SF yata yun.
Are you ready? Pare, ito, gawin.
I just gotten back from attending another shooting class. This time it's the Diminished Light Engagements Pistol Course by Tactical Applications Consulting. And it's been a good chance to reunite with an old buddy of mine, Mr. Mark Tan, who runs Tactical Applications Consulting. Mark and I go way, way back. And I can safely say that what I know with the pistol is something I learned from him. Now, the DLE course was held at the home range of TAC, which is the Ayongs Adventure Park. And it's a really good venue away from the metropolis. There's a good view of Taal Volcano. Overall, it's just a good place to shoot. So without further ado, here's my interview with Mr. Mark Tan. We're home. We're on a range again. And again, another old friend of mine, Mr. Mark Tan of Tactical Applications Consulting. Mark, it's been a while.
Sobra.
What have
long
you
time.
got? What have you got going here?
I relaunched TAC again last February after a pretty long hiatus. Then I'm back in the training circuit once more, teaching the usual firearm stuff with the pistol for now, focusing on the pistol, and some advancements for guys who are in the protective security industry, to trying to give them better edge in what they're doing. Pretty much just the same like I've been doing for the past 15 or so years.
All right, for those who don't know you, how did TAC come about?
TAC was established somewhere around 2010, if I'm not mistaken. That was after a stint with another group I did, and then I figured I'd do things on my own. But I think it's more on because of my background prior to TAC, which was in the shooting. I've been, I guess like most Filipinos, when they were kids, you grew up with guns at home, and then later on, I got the opportunity to develop the base knowledge that I had with some of the more knowledgeable folks. I'll mention uh, Vince Corpus of Guimaras Adventure Park back in 2005. That's pretty much where I started. Um, Developed me from an ignorant young guy who with guns to someone who actually knows what he's doing, at the end of the day. And later on, I had the opportunity to work with folks in the military, folks in the security industry, shooters who shoot competitively in IPSEC, PPSA, some of them, Philippine team members. Their insights. I think that one of the most valuable things that I've got then, and also training. Even as a guy who teaches people how to shoot, you also learn from those folks as well.
So over the years, what has TAC been covering in terms of classes, in terms of training?
Nowadays, I guess with the new laws in terms of gun ownership, I'm focusing on the pistol aspect and some in the pistol carbine aspect, where you shoot pistol rounds on a rifle, basically. You could say I've made our curriculum more streamlined. As an instructor, you always look for ways to enhance your teaching and the knowledge that you give your students, because everything evolves, everything gets better every single day. It goes. Trying to give people the current and what's coming in the future is pretty much what my goal is right now.
So as technology progresses and the techniques in firearms handling progress, do you see yourself going with the flow?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not one of the guys who just, sticks to the old ways. If there are ways that could make me better, faster, more agile, more accurate in terms of the shooting, I'd definitely go for that. Especially in today's world, in the modern world, in 2024 at least, we're looking at pistols with mini or micro red dots. So that's where I'm focusing right now, is making sure that the guys who take my classes also realize that this is the future. Red dots and striker fired pistols. Nothing against the 1911 folks, but But yeah, pretty much the future.
Okay. When it comes to the hardware,
Yeah.
what's becoming popular? What's the trend these days? Striker fired.
Yeah, you could see, a lot of people going for striker fired pistols a lot. But there's also, there's also this side where uh, guys go for the traditional 1911 because it's, to be honest, local 1911s are really good, well made, and they're very affordable. So everybody could just go to the gun store if they have all their requirements met, their licenses there. You could get the 1911 quick and cheap, anytime.
Compared to polymer.
Yeah, most polymer pistols are way up there in terms of pricing. There are some striker fired pistols, but not at the level of the ones that are priced higher. So people still go for a 1911 because it's easier to shoot
Or easier to acquire.
and easier to acquire.
All right. In terms of technique, has there been any change from the last time we were together back in 2002?
No. I think for me, especially when I teach the fundamentals, the core skills needed for shooting a pistol, it's the same concepts, the same principles. Pero I streamlined it for people to understand it easier and better. Not memorizing, you know, uh, 12 things, 12 sentences that you need to memorize for the rest of your life. So I'm trying to make it simple for everyone to understand.
Has there been any major change in firearms doctrine since like 10 years ago?
Nothing really in the pistol world, I think. Still the same. I mean, dots on the pistols have been there since the 80s. It's nothing new. It's only here now because they're smaller, they're cheaper, lots of choices now. But in essence, it's still the same. I think you're looking at maybe with the rifle stuff when you talk about 5.56, higher calibers like 6.8, those kind of stuff. I think that's where the changes are coming mostly.
Okay, in terms of the future, what does TAC have to offer by way of classes right now?
In the near future, definitely we're increasing or giving other folks with different shooting platforms a chance to get taught the way I was taught and developed it further and better. I think we're gonna see subgun or pistol caliber carbine classes. I'm looking to get back into shooting shotgun again and doing shotgun classes as well. Maybe rifle stuff when it gets easier for us to get rifles again and if the ammo's cheaper. Pero I think that's pretty much what I'm looking at, and also focusing on close protection and protective security work. Giving folks who need better training, to be more professional in what they're doing.
Okay, folks, this isn't the last time that we will be with Mark. So I'll leave Mark back. He's on a break right now. So babalik muna natin sa mga estudyante niya. All right, Mark, I'll be here in the next class.
Yes, it's good to see you, man. Again,
Alright.
again after a long time.
Now, take note that this is just one of the first few projects that Manila Sentinel and Tactical Applications Consulting will be involved in. I'm hoping in the future with several projects in the pipeline. Thank you for watching and supporting Manila Sentinel Raw over the last few years. It's basically formally the second year of Manila Sentinel Raw, and I thank you all for the support. Thank you for the likes and the subscriptions, and hope to see you on the next episode. That's been the long and the short of it. This has been Absabando for Manila Sentinel Raw. Make your lives emergency proof.